Wow! Hunter x Hunter, again, in my opinion, again, took best episode this week. And for a while, Attack on Titan was taking it for best episode of the week for me. But last week, and now this week, Hunter x Hunter got it. Hunter x Hunter definitely took the spotlight with this episode. So first of all, I want to talk about the whole thing with the Hunter Association and I guess like the government or whatever, and basically how they're going to have the Hunter Association deal with the Chimera Ant or the Chimera problem and then pretty much blame it on them. This shows that there's some corruption going on, and I wonder if we're going to deal more of the politics of what's going on as far as stuff like that goes, because we're getting glimpses of that now. And it's kind of like, okay, wait, so we have a kind of corrupt, well, in the real world, we even have a corrupt system. That's something that will happen in the real world, to be blunt about it. But it also makes you think, will we deal more with that in the future? Will we get more to the point where it's like, okay, we got to change this political system because the Hunter Association is going to deal with it, but they're going to take the blame for it as well? That makes you really think, like, this government is screwed up. But then again, it's the real world. So, it balances out, I guess, whatever. But then you go to the whole thing with the fights between the three of them. Kite, Gon, and Killua. Now, last week, Killua took it from me. Killua took it from me definitely last week. This week, I think without a shadow of a doubt, Kite got this one. I mean, dude was on some future Trunks type of shit. He just slashed every one of those Chimera Ants that were in his way, and it was beast. And he was like 2. Bad roll, but he still managed to slice all of them. Like, what is a good roll then? Like, I forgot what number it was that he got last week. I think it was like 4 or something, and then he got 2 this week. So I'm interested to see what the hell is a good roll. We also got a little bit of a dive into the whole command system as far as like the way the structure of the ants are built. Is like you got the leader, you got the queen, then you got the queen's guard, then you got like it keeps on following suit and how it changes for a different king and how they basically spread out. And it really just shows that they're supposed to be very organized, but the problem, the monkey wrench in all of this really is the fact that they keep on getting more human-like and more human-like, and they want to be individuals. Like, it's even showed down, is displayed in such detail that they even want to have singular battles. When there's so many of them right there, they can just try to gang up on Kite, Gon, and Killua. It's like, well, you have a choice. You can fight us one-on-one. So they want to prove themselves as individuals. And that's really, like, every episode, you just keep on getting this sense of, like, they really want to be people. They have so much like people. And they even can remember, I guess, it was like kind of hinted at that they can remember their human life in a way. Because like when Kite was about to kill that last ant, he kind of remembered being devoured like when he was human, I guess. So I guess that's like deep embedded in their memory. And I wonder if there's a possibility that they could unlock their human life in their mind. Like as far as like, could they remember when they were human? And if they did, would that stop their or change their morale as far as what they're doing? That really makes you think about that. But overall, again, like the fights between the three, like Gon, Killua, and Kite, I think like Kite had the best fight, and then like Killua just had it easy because even like walking into this one when I'm watching like Gon's fight, I'm not worried because I'm just looking at Killua and he's with a smile with his hands crossed, like he knows that they got the upper hand right now. So whenever Killua is smiling, I don't feel danger. I just feel like they're about to kick some serious ass. And that's what I felt like with this episode. I didn't feel like they were in danger. I feel like, some serious ass about to be kicked. But Kite is like freaking me out at this point because he's so freaked out. And he's like, what is this uneasy sensation that I'm feeling? And I don't understand if it's like a premonition that he's feeling, or, that something bad is going to happen, or it's just that he feels maybe like the king is getting close to birth and he can like sense it or something. I don't know what it is, but like this dude is freaking me out. Like what is there, like what is around there that is so scared? Does he have prior knowledge with the Chimera Ants that he kind of like can feel that something is going to happen like happened last time? Maybe something, he was in a battle with Chimera Ants a while back or something. That's the only thing I could think of is like, why else is he so freaked out? So, that got my interest. And one more thing I want to talk about is the whole thing with Ramel, the ants that got the Nen powers, and how he beat punched the bodyguard out. He knocked him out. And I think the bodyguard knew what the hell he was doing. The queen's like main squeeze. He knew what he was doing when he told him, punch me in the face. Because he probably had a guesstimation that might help him. Pretty much the same way Ramel got Nen, Now I think he's gonna have Nen very shortly, like, because, you know, he hit him with Nen right to the face as hard as he possibly can. So I think that's gonna awaken his Nen in the next couple episodes or so. I really want to see Ramo get, like, his head ripped off by, like, Killua, or Kite slash him in half or something. Gon kind of, like, comes off as, like, merciful in a small way, is that he's not gonna kill him as violently as Killua and Kite are gonna. Like, you know, Kite is gonna slash you in half, Killua's gonna just do whatever the hell he feels like. So, like, I really just want one of them to deal with this motherfucker. This motherfucker, like, really needs to get his ass kicked, because, like, he has, like, hands down the worst personality of all the ants. Like, you got some chill ants, you got some really violent ants, some really, you know, terrible ants, but this guy is, like, sit down. Like, how you slapping the little penguin guy? What's wrong with you, dude? So, that guy, out of all the, like, characteristics, he's the one that seems like he's probably born from, like, some of the worst genes out there or something, and that's why he's just so angry and crazy. And I guess that's just his DNA at that point, of, like, who he was born from, like, what rotten humans, pretty much, he was born from. I'm guessing it's probably to do with the NGL or something like that, although I'm not sure if they captured the NGL completely prior to his birth, because I can't really remember the timeline. But either way, he was born from rotten humans, you know, from really bad people. So that really displays that. And, you know, one thing I wanted to mention about Gon, and you don't get this in shonen battle anime, you don't get this, is that he's pretty much like the main character, but he also kind of in a way doesn't have too much mercy. Like, yo, if this was another one, they would be like, yo, I can't kill a human, I can't take, not a human, you know, take a life, I can't take a life. Like, yo, Goku, to the very end, he would let Frieza, yo, Frieza's there, about to kill him, and he's like, yo, here's some of my energy, now just, like, get away from me or whatever. Gon is like, if they're treating each other like trash, then I don't have mercy. And that just really, like Kite said, is a very dangerous thought. But at the same time, if they didn't treat each other like trash, would he have been very merciful to the point where he's like, yeah, even if they're trying to kill his friends? It really makes you, it shows more layers to Gon than the average shonen character. Like, the average one that is like, nah, man, you know, he's a living thing, I can't do that, I can't kill him. Like, Gon seems like he will go there and beyond based off his own morals, his own code. And I like that. I think that that's something very unique. It adds layers, it makes him less one-dimensional and more, like, complex and more unpredictable. And that's freaking awesome. And episodes like this definitely display that. What did you guys think? First of all, who stole the episode? I think you cannot deny Kite stole the episode hands down with slashing every one of them on some Future Trunk shit. It was just freaking amazing. And also, what do you think about that whole thing where I was just saying regarding Gon? Like, would Gon actually kill people and not regret it based on the situation? Or not feel bad? Or not hesitate? Because it seems as though Gon is a very complex character, and, like, little by little we're seeing more layers to him and just how he reasons and how he thinks as far as, like, when he's going into combat. Like, I'm not saying he's completely ruthless, because he was saying, yo, I don't want to kill you or whatever, I don't got no problem, let's just settle it with, like, giving up or whatever. But when push comes to shove, he's not going to be, like, you know, towards the very end, like I said, like Goku on Namek, just like, yo, Frieza, no, let's chill. He's going to do it. And that's what separates Gon from the rest. But again, let me know what you think about that. Overall thoughts of the episode. Again, I give this one a 5 out of 5 again. There was nothing, like, you can't complain. There's nothing wrong with this episode. So another 5 out of 5. Best episode of the week for me, Hunter x Hunter. We're really going in with Hunter x Hunter, man. This anime is just freaking too much. It's too much for me to handle. That's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for Kite or Gon or Killua, but really Kite. I mean, come on. How can you deny Kite his greatness in this episode? Really? ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.